Hi, my name is Kim. I'm from Bangalore. I've been flying drones for the last 4 5 years now. And why don't you watch my video to get some tips and tricks and information regarding the drone related industry which we have now and which is growing in India. It was about 5 years ago when I was flying out of Vietnam when I saw this demo between Vietnam and Singapore airports, the drone. And I was really fascinated with it. It was something that I always wanted to understand exactly what can one do with a drone. And seeing pictures of people taken from flights and from helicopters always excites us. So when I saw that, it was really exciting. It started making me think whether I really need to look at this as one of my hobbies. I was interested in photography. It was just adding on to my gear. It was a little expensive, so it did make me think a little bit, but yes, it eventually did pay off in the long run. About 10 or 15 years ago, when people used to look at that one beautiful scene in the movie where you have this aerial shot, I think that would have not been possible without either hiring out a chopper or sending out a hot air balloon or something to capture those kind of shots. But today, drones do that with the ease that anybody, even a person like a 15-year-old kid, can fly. Yes, professionally, definitely it's played a very important part because the shots that you can get with the drone, I would not have imagined without sitting in a helicopter or using a plane to get those kind of shots. Drones have become part of everybody's life, just like a mobile phone. Everybody wants to use a drone, not only for taking pictures and videos, not for photographers. It is for surveillance, it is for the military, it can be used for the agriculture industry, it can be used for the photography industry, for the film industry, which is now being extensively used. Apart from that, I think security reasons and also delivery, which is now being very, very seriously looked at by the government, where drones would start delivering essentials, medical equipment, and in cases of emergencies, even going to the case of rescuing. It is important. So I'm sure drones will play a very, very important part. As a layman, first of all, you have to ask yourself whether you really want to use it. Does it fit into your lifestyle or profile, or is it something that you're willing to spend that kind of money? Because a basic drone would cost about 50, 55, 60,000 rupees in India. And utilizing it, it's not only flying the drone, which is going to take you time. Second part is being able to take good pictures, which will also take you time. Third is getting good videos, which is also going to take you more time. Fourth is what are you going to do with those videos and pictures? You have to sit down, you either have to get a professional editor to do it, or if you have some knowledge, you can do it. But that's where you start. You have to ask yourself these 4 or 5 questions whether it is needed or whether you want to take it up as a hobby and you have the time and you can spend time and improvise on it. Yes, definitely. I would really not suggest you even waste your money on those 2 3,000 rupee drones in those toy shops or those small little ones which come packaged from China. The reason being is they are going to misinterpret the entire use of the drone. Today's technology with companies like DJI, with Hotel, with Parrot, with Anafi, with GoPro. These are some of the big companies that have been making drones for the last 10 years. Commercially, they have gone down. These drones are able to fly 15 minutes, 18 minutes, take good quality pictures, take good quality videos, and give you the controls of having sensors on them, having return to home functions, which I will talk about more in detail. They are super intelligent. You don't have to waste your money on those 2,000-3,000 rupee drones and then think, okay, then if I'm not going to be able to fly this, I'm not going to be able to fly anything. These drones are super sensitive, super intelligent, and you can just say, by pressing a button, you can say, come back home from wherever you are. It will come back. Drones are, you have to control them, even altitude and movement. But these drones, once they go up to a certain level, if you leave the controllers, they will hover in the sky at that particular level. Crashing those drones, 100% you will crash them. And if you don't crash them, you take the money from me. If you don't crash one of those 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 drones. These drones have sensors. You cannot crash these drones. If you try to fly this drone into a wall, at 3 feet away from the wall, it will stop. It will tell you that there's an object in front of me and I will not be able to fly forward. Purchasing, there's no age restriction. I don't think so. There should be also. But flying, yes, 18 and above. It is suggested, like for your car license or your bike license or any other license that is there, I think eligibility should be a criteria. We don't want people getting too excited and kids just picking up drones and because they can afford it and fly all over the sky when they have no knowledge about it. It is dangerous also to fly if you're not aware of it, because you're not supposed to fly over people, for instance, or in public places. So those things are not for the kids. So you definitely will want an age criteria for somebody to fly over. I don't think I would look for cheap, but I would look for whether it fits into my budget, whether it can be of use to me, and then yes, definitely doing a comparison on models of what one has to offer compared to the other one, and the cost factor. I think these 2-3 criteria are very important to buy a drone. If you have a drone which is less than 250 grams, which are the new, enlisted criteria which do not need a license, you have no problem, you can fly them anywhere. The height restrictions for these 250 gram drones are 15 meters only. 15 meters is the legal height for drones which are below 250 grams, and 120 meters for the drones between 250 grams and 2 kilos. There are two categories, the nano category and the micro category. Nano category is the 250 grams. You can fly up to 15 meters height. Micro category is up to 2 kilos. You can fly up to 120 meters height. Drone crash could be a couple of reasons. One could be a pilot error. One could be a drone error or a mechanical error. And the third could be maybe just unforeseen circumstances. The drones that I fly, I will talk about the company that I fly with, DJI. It has an option to record the entire flight record of every flight that you basically take. So in case your drone flies, they ask for the log records for them to check exactly what could be the reason, whether the drone was extensively used by the pilot or whether there was a technical error, and if so, they will replace it or repair it for you free of charge. There is an option when you buy the drone to take a drone insurance with the DJI. It's called Care Refresh. It's advisable to take it because in case something goes wrong with your drone, they replace it or repair it free of charge. People for weddings and in halls, when they are doing it, they do fly indoors, but you really need a very experienced pilot to fly it. The first rule is basically never to fly over people. So it would be a real no-no to fly indoors, but then there are certain places where you have no other option, but yes, you're not supposed to fly. There are so many avenues, so many opportunities in the drone industry. It could be video photography, it could be aerial photography, it could be shooting for real estate projects, it could be for farms, it could be for hotels, it could be for banquets, it could be for weddings, it could be for racing, it could be for so many industries. I have actually recovered my money from my drone over the last 2 years, I would say. I think, yes, if you are serious about it, definitely look at it as a hobby. From a hobby, make it professional. You're definitely going to be able to recover your money. I've come into an open place to fly. Just open up my landing pad, which I always use. This I use for various reasons. One is that to ensure that my GPS is correct, because the home point is recorded with the drone itself. Second is to keep the dust out of my gimbal. And third, to know exactly where I am. It's pretty colorful. So here I've got my drone and my bag. I'm just going to lay my bag down there on the side. First I'm just going to put on my controller. Controller is on. I remove the gimbal cover. Keep it down. Flip 1. Flip 2. Flip 3. Flip 4. Switch it on. That little sound made there. Here we have the signal already. You can see that the camera is on. I'm just going to tilt the camera a little bit up for you to get a picture of where we are and what we can do with the camera. Okay, and now it's a normal mode. Height is 0, distance is 0. We are in so and so, so and so, so and so. All this is the basic screen that what the screen gives you before you start to fly. Now all I need to do is give you a short demo on exactly how one can fly by just taking off. To take off, what one needs to do is, the first thing is, we notice that 99 minutes of flying time, of battery life, I beg your pardon. RC signal is good. I've got 29 satellites, 31 satellites now, and I'm ready to fly. All I need to do is pull my sticks in. Drone is started. Okay, and if you just step back a little bit, all I need to do is take off. And here what you're going to see is what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm just going to go slightly out there and higher, and you can see what I'm looking at now. And I'm going to go for a short flight. I'm going to put it in video mode, and I'm going to start recording. And there it goes up there, and let's go to have a look at the bridge. Here I'm flying at an altitude which I would like to emphasize, an altitude of 60 meters. distance from where I started off is 258, 260 meters now. We're heading towards a nice bridge which is there, and this video will also be shared so you can all have a look at what is the output of the camera, the quality, and I will take a couple of pictures also while I'm flying. I'm shooting here, it very clearly says 4K 30, and I have recording time of 3 hours 7 minutes left. I have here, it's been recording for 1 minute now, and I'm continuing my flight.
So tell us what's an advantage of shooting in 4K and 1080?
4K, the quality is better. You can definitely kind of work with when you're editing, and if you're shooting in 1080p, it's basics just for your social media, because some of the social media sites don't take 4K, they take only 1080p, or they scale down to 1080p. So if you can edit and use 1080p, I would recommend it. It's just smaller in size and easier to edit as well. Always fly in an open place, check around for trees, obstacles, telephone cables, electrical poles, and everything before you fly. That's my drone there. I'm bringing it back home now, straight down to us. I do this because I've been flying and I'm experienced, but I would not suggest it if you all are not familiar with it.